Almost 10 years ago, I left rainy Hamburg and set off for Africa for the first time in my life. More specifically, to Morocco. There, I wanted to climb the highest mountain, the 4,167 meter high Jbel Toubkal, and then traverse a large part of the Atlas Mountains. I was there the year before a guide became mandatory for this tour, and so I was able to embark on this adventure alone, just as I prefer. Nevertheless, my plans were thwarted, but more on that later. First, I landed in Marrakesh. I wanted to spend a little time here before heading on towards the Atlas Mountains. I checked into a hostel in the city center and then just went out into the city. I let myself drift along and took in all the different sights and sounds. The smells, the noises, the many vibrant colors, the people, the houses, everything offered so much that was new and exciting to me. I couldn't get enough of it. I stopped often to enjoy classic Moroccan mint tea and delicate pastries. Slowly, night fell, and the city really came to life. As the heat of the day gradually subsides, a huge market springs up in the main square Jbel every single day. The locals gather to eat, vendors offer their wares, and street performers put on little shows. I just let the hustle and bustle wash over me and enjoyed being in a completely different world. And of course, there was also something delicious to eat. But eventually, I made my way to Imlil, a small village at the foot of Mount Toubkal, at an elevation of 1,750 meters. This is where most trekkers set out for the summit of Mount Toubkal. Tourists also frequently come here to enjoy the mountain scenery and unwind. As expected, there were huge crowds at the start, but I soon left the trees behind and entered the national park. The terrain suddenly became rugged and rocky, and I began the ascent. In a room, I took a break and drank a Coke. It was really crazy. The shop had no electricity, but they had Coke. Carried up on donkeys' backs, it was then cooled in basins fed by mountain streams. After that, I struggled further up the mountain, and slowly the first problems began. I felt dizzy and could barely make any progress. Was it the altitude? Was it the heat? I admired the goats, which seemed to have no problems at all, and were frolicking cheerfully around the area. The locals, too, were practically running up the mountain, loaded down with supplies, and many of them wearing nothing but flip-flops on their feet. So, I'm exactly at 3,000 meters right here. There is a thunderstorm. I will check the weather at the hut later. I don't want to get completely soaked on the first night. Maybe I just sleep in the hut.
So, ich sitze nun doch im Zelt.
So, I'm sitting in the tent after all. I'm going to eat something. Still have a Coke to drink. Man, I'm really exhausted. We're at 3,200 or something meters here. Started this morning in Marrakesh at 500 meters and then climbed 1,400 meters in elevation from Imlil. It was a really tough day today. But now I'm still sitting in a tent, probably lie down soon. I wonder how I'll feel tomorrow.
Mal gespannt, wie es mir morgen geht. So, heute ist Gipfeltag. Ich frühstück gerade.
So, today is summit day. I'm having breakfast right now, delicious granola. The night was okay. I had some pretty bad back pain and in my arm too, but I'm fine now. The plan is to leave all my stuff here in a minute head up to the summit if I can manage it, and then come back down and pack up and walk a little further and camp.
Einpacke und noch ein Stückchen weitergehe und dann da zelte. Das ist das Camp.
This is the camp.
Mein Zelt.
My tent is the little grey one over there. I'm not feeling 100% fit, and of course I'm not acclimated at all. I'm just going to try to climb up really slowly now, and if it doesn't work out, I'll just head back down.
Mal versuchen aufzusteigen und wenn es nicht läuft, dann gehe ich auch wieder runter.
And right here, where the path winds up high, that's where I'm going now.
Oh, es ist verdammt steil.
Oh, it's damn steep.
Hier bin ich hochgekraxelt.
I came up here, from down there, went to pass now.
Da unten komme ich her. Bin jetzt auf dem Pass. Und da oben irgendwo,
And the summit must be up there somewhere.
da irgendwo muss der Gipfel sein. Oh, gestern und heute Morgen hätte ich damit nicht gerechnet.
I wouldn't have expected this yesterday or this morning, but the summit is up
Aber
there.
da oben ist der Gipfel.
The climb was incredibly grueling, but reaching the top was an amazing feeling. I collapsed to catch my breath. The real challenge of this mountain is that most people, myself included, climb it way too fast. I met people at the top who had set out from Marrakesh that very same day, absolutely insane. I also met people who were vomiting blood.
Geschafft.
Physically, this climb is definitely a challenge and shouldn't be underestimated, but the view from the summit is breathtaking. If I were to climb the mountain again though, I would definitely plan for more overnight stays on the way up.
Jo, habe ich jetzt tatsächlich geschafft. Jetzt schon ein Stündchen hier oder?
Yeah, I actually made it. I've been sitting here at the summit for about an hour now. Some people are celebrating a birthday in the background. I'm going to head back down soon. This is really... I'm totally exhausted. But I did it. And that was definitely the biggest motivation on this hike.
Das war schon auch der größte Antrieb hier auf dieser Tour. Ja. So, hier habe ich das Camp aufgebaut.
So, I've set up camp here. I actually wanted to go a little further, but there's already a thunderstorm raging out there, so I decided to set up camp quickly instead. It's a pretty good spot here, water is right back there.
Jo. Mir geht's leider nicht so gut.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not feeling too well. I'm kind of having some stomach issues. No appetite, even though I usually eat a lot on these trips. I'm feeling a little dizzy too. No idea if it's the altitude or if I've caught something, I don't know. Not ideal, I guess.
Keine Ahnung, ob das jetzt die Höhe ist oder ob ich mir irgendwas eingefangen habe, weiß ich nicht. Jo. Semi, sag ich mal.
I gave it a try. I kept hiking towards Lac d'Ivni, but my doubts were growing. I was weak and unfocused. I was making very slow progress and had to take frequent breaks. Still, I enjoyed the seclusion and wilderness of these majestic mountains, but my thoughts were definitely circling around the future of this trip. I had planned a lot, but it was also clear to me that my body was sending me signals. Watch out, something's wrong here. Safety first.
Dort befindet sich eine Oase.
There is an oasis right there. A whole valley, all green. So, I'm going to head over there and see where I can spend the night.
Mal gucken, wo ich da übernachten kann.
I went down to the village where I spent the night with the Berber family. And the next morning, I made a difficult but necessary decision.
So, folgendes.
So, here's the thing. I've decided to try to get back to Marrakesh right away.
Ich bin echt durch.
I'm really worn out. Stomach issues, nosebleeds, dizziness, headaches.
Kopfschmerzen. Ich glaube, ich habe mir da in der Refuge da am Toubkal
I think I picked something up at the refugio up at Toubkal. And on top of that, since I was already weakened, maybe altitude sickness too, I have no idea. But I don't want to risk anything else now. It's great, it's really awesome to hike here and kind of super exciting too.
Total geil hier zu laufen. Und irgendwie auch voll spannend. Letzte Nacht habe ich bei so einer Berberfamilie übernachtet.
Last night I stayed with a Berber family for $10 in the end, including food and drinks and all that. It was really cool. It was also totally exciting to get to know a completely different culture through the family.
Auch mal total spannend, so eine ganz andere Kultur, also aus der Familie raus kennenzulernen. Ich habe dann da auch bei dem alten Kerl da mit ihm auf dem Balkon.
I ended up sleeping on the balcony with the old guy there, so they set up camp somewhere every night in their house, and that was really cool. But just look at me. I think I'm totally dehydrated. I can drink as much as I want, but my lips are like dust, I'm telling you. I'm not taking any chances here. I'm going back to Marrakesh and then I see what happens from there.
Ich mache da jetzt mal kein Risiko. Ich gehe mal nach Marrakesch zurück und dann schaue ich da mal weiter. Jo.
In Marrakesh, I tried to get back on my feet at the hostel. I also went out again, but I couldn't rehydrate. It was about 45 degrees Celsius, both inside and outside, and I couldn't regain my strength. So I decided to prioritize my health and flew back to Germany. Yes, something like this can happen on any tour. You push your body to its limits, and you should always pay attention to the signals. So, although I didn't complete my planned tour, I still made some great memories, had some experiences that remain vivid and positive in my memory even 9 years later.